Last time on Polymorph Self, the epic saga of Seyda the Barbarian, filthy, tired, and lost in a tower. We woke up discombobulated and covered in rat grime, dog grime, just lots and lots of grime. Continuing our investigation of the lower levels of the tower, we found a mirrored room and some strange looping corridors. It was confusing. We're adventurers, not cartographers. A more normal stone corridor led us to a sign about a source, and a really weird cube that we didn't investigate because we're smelly and tired and it was making a horrible hum. The next room revealed some far-sighting runes, and Onas had another one of his visions. Aganosthos and his cronies are messing around with our ornithopter, and it appears that Gop is a giant ugly brain spider, which makes sense. Heading back from whence we cameth, Bjorn finally investigated the cube and got super sick. Sicker than I've ever seen anyone be. It was actually pretty impressive, and it got all over Onas anyway. Before heading down the Howly Dog corridor, Onas rolled a flame ball ahead of us. I just hope that whatever the bad dogs are guarding, it's some sort of mystical tower bath.
We didn't hear it. You didn't land it on another dog or anything.
I didn't land it on another dog or anything. Is any dogs been attracted to it? It's a stick.
No, but you do hear the braying and howling of blink dogs.
I don't want to go in the blink dog pit, guys.
All right, beyond the manhole, the corridor continued on.
It's a dead end. It ends with this. So there was a sign saying, caution, avoid long-term exposure to the source. At the end of it was a manhole of a ladder going down, and there's another blue-tinted glow down there. And these are very plain hewn stone corridors with no carvings or coverings.
What the hell are all these dogs doing down here?
Should we just go to the west?
I'll go down the blink dog pit, but someone's got to come with me.
I'm going down with you. Yeah.
Okay.
We go down.
Okay, Seyda and then Bjorn climb the ladder. At the bottom is a sort of 30-foot corridor which seems to come out to some sort of room at the end you can see, and it's all lit by this blue-tinted magical light.
Seyda, do you have any jerky? I'm hungry. I'm running on fumes.
I have some iron rations and some rations.
We should have taken care of this upstairs, but all right. I'll keep that in mind. Let's go down the corridor.
Let's have a snack break. Let's have a snack break right now. Let's not. Let's go to the corridor.
Yeah, we go down the corridor.
You stalk down the corridor. At the end, you come into an identically proportioned sort of second chamber, like sort of a 60-foot square.
Is
big
it
chamber.
identical?
It is, and it's directly below. And in the middle, there is yet another cube of obsidian in the center, reaching from floor to ceiling. However, this one is not carved. It's just like straight side. And it's obvious that it kind of goes up into the ceiling. It's going to continue into the one you saw above. But the base of this one spreads out into like tree roots that kind of fill the floor space and disappear into it, cracking the stone, like it was a sort of the base of a tree made of black obsidian. Also stalking around, you see 3 blink dogs walking around. One of them is singed, and behind them you see they are stalking around what appears to be their treasure pile.
Seyda, let's run back.
Let's run back. Let's moonwalk back.
Okay, you walk back to the ladder.
I want to moonwalk out. What happened last time I moonwalked?
I moonwalk out.
You moonwalk out, Seyda walks. As you get halfway back down towards the ladder, a blink dog appears in front of you, Seyda. Please roll initiative. The blink dog has... Well, actually, you go first so I can...
So they're right in front of the ladder.
You don't know. You're at the top of the ladder, not seeing any of this.
But there's a torch, right? Right at the bottom of the ladder?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're at the top.
Seyda, when you were walking back, a blink dog teleported in front of
Right
you.
in front
You
of
don't
me.
see this because you're moonwalking back to her. Quite impressively, I might add. In the blue-tinted glow.
Seyda, look at me. Look at me.
There's a blink dog.
The blink dog has +3. I'll roll it. A 12 plus 3 is 15.
I have +7. 5 + 7 is 12.
Okay, what's your armor class, please?
18.
And it is attacking you with a bite +4. It rolls a 3. It teleports in front of you and snaps its jaws, but with lightning reflexes, you step back out of the way. Bjorn, another blink dog, teleports behind you, but you were turned around. Moonwalking, and you see it teleport in very easily, not behind you, because you're moonwalking backwards. A blink dog teleports in front of you.
But behind.
It would have been behind you, but due to your
I'm
moonwalk...
facing this dog.
Yeah, because it tried to
Okay,
teleport
all right.
in behind you, but
We
you
don't
were
need to go over it
moonwalking.
again. Let's not do it again.
At which point can we back into each other, link arms, and spin around?
I'm going to keep its initiative at the same level, the 15. So what's your initiative?
4.
Now, give yourself another +2 for your, your reverse-facing
My
moonwalking.
moonwalker.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So that's 6. And I rolled a 10. 16.
Putting you at the top of the order. It teleports in front of you, but you can strike first with whatever you like, a melee weapon.
Yeah.
British English say melee.
we call
I
it-
believe
we
on
call it
American
melee?
podcasts I hear melee or melee, yeah.
Really?
Do we say melee?
It's like root and route, isn't it, when you route an army?
Yeah. What do you say?
I'd say melee.
You'd say melee.
Melee.
Moo.
With a close quarters combat weapon. You can strike it with any close
All right.
quarters
I'm going
combat
to root
weapon.
this dog with my short sword.
Root it.
Wow. It has armor class 16.
Okay.
You have short sword plus, what's your total bonus?
+2.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to take a swingy dingy. So that's a 17 plus base attack bonus of 3.
You stab it with your short sword.
Hooray! So that's 1d6. 4.
Do you have any strength bonuses or?
No.
4 damage. Okay, awesome. Now, that brings us to the... What's your AC? The blink dog on you?
Oh, 18.
18. It's a bite +4. It rolls a 16 +4 is 20. It sinks its teeth into you for 6 points of damage.
Damn.
6 on a 1d6. I like these dice. Now, at this point, at the top of the ladder, Hjani and Onas hear the sound of barking, shouting, and fighting in the corridor below.
Oh, good. An excuse to get away from Onas. I jumped down and through the manhole.
Okay, you jump down. Now it's quite a drop, down to the bottom and a narrow shaft. But what's your reflex save?
My reflex is a 6.
And you only have to beat DC 12.
All right, let's try this. 6 + 6, 12.
You just step off the edge and drop down this, not so shallow shaft. You just fall, you fall, you fall. You land like a cat, bend the knees, look up, totally unhurt and on balance.
Meow.
Yeah, and which means the blink dog has its back to you, allowing you to attack before it potentially blinks away again.
Great.
Its AC is 16.
I whip out my long sword. It is a +8 attack bonus, and I roll a 16 + 8, so I hit it.
You slash it from behind.
All right, it is a 1d8 +3 + 1d6 cold damage. So
Your magic longsword of frost.
7 + 3 is 10, + 6 is 16.
This is the blink dog that was hit by the flaming sphere. It thinks it has got Seyda cornered, but suddenly Hjani literally drops in as if by magic from a hole in the roof, lands on her feet, takes out its sword, and cuts it down from behind, slaying it.
Wow, I hope that dog realizes the gravity of the situation. Because she dropped down to... Well,
This seems exactly like a scenario from one of our first episodes. You hanging out up top while we fight down below.
Next in the order is, in
Episodes?
fact,
What are you talking
Seyda, and you have now a chance to hit back, right?
What
What are you going to use?
My greatsword.
You
Let's
draw
get
your
it.
greatsword. Its AC is 16.
I have a +7 to greatswording. I rolled an 8. +7 is 15.
Okay, you draw your greatsword from off of your back, and as you pull it over your head, it crashes into the low ceiling of this connecting corridor, and you are unable to get a clean strike. Now, first of all, the one which is in front of you, Seyda, is going to try and bite you. Your AC is
18.
11, and its bite +4 is 15. It fails to. It tries to lock on, but you knock
got my
its
braces.
your braces repel it. Now, the third blink dog is going to teleport in to one of you. I'm going to spin this 1d4, including Onas. So you're 1, Seyda is 2, Bjorn is 3, Hjani is 4. That is a 3.
And that's me?
Yes, the remaining
this
blink
maybe.
dog teleports in behind you suddenly. And what's your AC?
My AC is 18.
Bite +4. It rolls a 12. It blinks in and tries to bite you, but you just give it a kick in the snout and repel it. Bringing us to Bjorn. You now have 2 of them next to you.
I'm going to swipe at the one that originally bit me and connected. And so I'll take a swing. That's 10 plus my base attack bonus 3.
Yeah, you fail to inflict damage on it.
Rats.
Now let's go to Hjani.
I should have said stuck the landing. Stuck the landing would have been much better. Damn it. But okay, yes, I run and attack the closest blink dog to me, which is
AC 16.
All right. 5 plus 8, 13.
Yeah, the corridor is too narrow, and it's too. You can't get a clean shot in without perhaps, accidentally decapitating a Bjorn. Okay.
Don't do that.
Onas, do you have an action, or are you just going to let this keep going on?
Well, I suppose I'm going to go and save everyone's asses. Or arses, as we would say. Yep, so I rush to the top of the hole, and I jump down it, but I grab hold of the sides of the ladder to
do one of those slides.
Sliding cool things.
Cool,
yeah,
like,
Awesome.
military
What's your
ones.
reflex save?
I dread to think.
You are a nimble elf.
My reflex save is base level 1, modifier 2, so it's 3 altogether.
3. You have to beat equal or get over DC 12 to succeed in this maneuver. Roll the dice, and I will tell you what happened.
I got a 2.
And your modifier is 3.
I got a 5.
Onas turns around, so he's going to jump backwards in. He jumps and tries to grab with his hands and feet and do that ladder slide. He of course misses it and ping pongs off the sides of the shaft all the way into a crumpled heap. For the standard is 1d6 damage for every 10 feet of falling for 5 points of damage, and lands in a crumpled heap at
And
the
I
bottom.
die. No, not really. I've got 15 hit points left, but I die of embarrassment.
Wouldn't that have been funny if we'd lost track and you looked down and were like, and Onas breaks. Let me recap that. He breaks his neck in the fall, and that's the end of Onas.
Oh, what a noble end.
No one saw that though because they're all too busy fighting blink dogs. So
Yeah. So your action is to go to fall down the hole and land in a broken heap of bruises and gashes. Okay. So now we move on to the dogs, and I'm gonna spin the dice to see who they're going to attack because they're blinking in and out. The first one blinks and appears behind Hjani. What's your AC?
17.
They roll a 14. It's bite +4. It's an 18.
Ooh.
It sinks its teeth into you for 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second dog blinks and appears by number 2, Seyda. Your AC?
18.
I rolled a 5 +4 is 9. It blinks in, but you're expecting it. You turn around and get your weapon between you and it, allowing you to take the next action. Go.
Great sword.
AC 16.
Great sword +4. Oh, it's a natural 1.
You swing around to place your weapon between you and it, clattering the sword this time into the wall and vibrating it out from your hands, dropping your weapon to the floor. But Hjani, you are near the other one, so AC 16.
All right. 6 plus 8, 14. It didn't work.
You're also restricted by this somewhat narrow connecting corridor to the basement. Bring us round to Bjorn before the next one. Onas, you're sort of going, in a heap on the floor, but you'll be up for next action.
yeah.
I'm surrounded by fools.
Yeah, but I'm going to give you
Fools.
+2 to this attack because you're flanking the dogs. They're both attacking other people, and you can just sort of get in there.
All right. Yeah, I've got it out for that one that bit me. So that's who I'm swinging at. And with my short sword again. That's a 14 plus 3.
You hit. Roll the damage.
It's a 3.
Okay, you slash it for 3 points of damage. Bring us... Now, we've just had the 2 attacks, and you two... Oh, so it's Onas's turn. You can stand up and do something.
I stand up. I look around for the nearest wolf.
Blink dog.
Wolf.
They
dog,
look like
blink
large
dog,
hounds. They're short-haired.
Blink dog.
Can
Yeah. And I run towards the nearest blink dog because I'm going to shocking grasp the heck out of it.
Okay, its AC is 13 for a touch attack.
Okay.
And you should be only using your base attack bonus.
Which is...
underneath the saving throws.
Okay, yes, +2. So I'm rolling...
You have to get a 13 or
I
greater.
got 13 +2, so it's 15.
You run up behind the other blink dog, flanking it before it can blink away. You lay your hands on it and cast Shocking Grasp, sending bolts of electricity through it for 4d6 damage.
So I've got 2d6 here. Shall we get some more so I can roll them all at the same time?
If you exceed its hit point total in one blast, you may be getting layer 6.
Oh, here we go. So that's the undercoat of wolf covered with a bit of spider spaff and a dab of vomit.
Rat filth.
Some rat filth as well. And some
You're
more.
waterproof at this point.
Okay, I rolled a 5 and a 4, 9, 10, 14 altogether.
Yeah, and that one had 14 hit points left. So you grab it, and it's dead on. It's not over. So essentially, you grab it from behind around its ribs, unleash this massive bolt of energy through its body, and its eyes pop out of its head, and steam comes out of its ears, and it collapses onto the floor.
And I lean into it just before it collapses and go, hush, shh, there, shh. And that just seemed like the right thing to do.
Awesome. The remaining
Sleep
blink
well.
dog blinks, disappearing from view, reappearing beside Onas. Onas, what's your AC?
Oh,
It didn't like that, Onas. I mean,
My-
the comment afterwards, not the actual fight. It just, its instincts tell it it's a fair fight to the death, but it didn't like that hush.
It
That
didn't
was
like-
too much.
sleep, my pretty one.
Yeah, what's your
Leave the
AC?
fields. It's 12, yes.
I roll a 4 plus 4 is 8. It blinks in beside you, but you deftly sidestep, anticipating its move.
Yeah.
Bjorn, you're back. There's one.
All right, I'm just going to take another swingy at
Although
him.
you are at the other end of the corridor, so you could just leave them to it and walk into the lair and look at the treasure if you wanted to. Not that I'm putting thoughts into your head.
Going to swing at him. I'm not going to leave my friends behind.
AC 16.
I roll a 3. This is, it's not going to hit.
Yeah. You can't get through. Maybe Hjani's blocking your way in the narrow corridor. Hjani, you're next.
Typical.
All right, I take a swing as well. +8. 6 + 8, 14.
Yeah, no, it blinks and disappears, reappearing again by Seyda. But Seyda has an action first. It blinks in front of you. Your greatsword is on the floor.
It is on the floor, but I have a short sword.
Okay.
For +7 is my
AC
short sword.
16.
This is a 20. 11 + 7 is 17.
Okay, you stab it with the
Wait,
short
18.
sword.
You're right. I
Roll
stab it with the
roll the damage.
I can't even count. 1d6 + 2. 3 + 2 is 5.
Okay, you stab it. Onas, your action.
Rinse and repeat. I'm going to run towards the nearest...
It's quite near to you, but touch attack AC 13.
Yeah, doing that. Okay, here we go. I roll a natural 1.
No, what would happen in that case if you're electrified?
I didn't think this through.
You grab Hjani.
I don't know. That would be like just
It would be closer
abject
to
cruelty
Seyda.
from the DM.
Oh.
You spin around. You reach for it. It blinks out of existence. You reach forward and you just essentially you grab the iron bars of the ladder and just do one of those things where in the cartoons where your skeleton becomes visible as you go.
That's kind of cool,
buzz.
though, yeah.
And then afterwards you sort of take a breath and realize, oh, that didn't affect me because it's my magic.
Yeah, but this ladder really has it in for me.
Yeah, the ladder's glowing white hot now.
Okay.
So I guess we can't go back up it for a little while.
Yeah. Allowing the dog to get one more attack before hopefully someone can finish it off. 3 on Bjorn, so it's last gasp. 1, 2, 3.
I saw that roll. I saw it. I saw there was 3, but it was cocked against the wire.
Would you like a reroll, Bjorn?
I would love a reroll. 'cause
You're
I'm
not
nearly
getting
dead.
one. You're
All
not
right,
getting
fine.
one. What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
They roll a 12. He falls short. That's 16.
So did I.
It fails to bite you, allowing Hjani to have one more stab.
Okay, come on. Come on, lucky dice. Come on, +8. 13 + 8. Yes.
Okay, roll the damage. You
All
slash
right.
it with your magical sword of frost.
I rolled a 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 4 is 12.
Okay, does that include the cold damage?
Yes.
Okay, so it blinks in to get Bjorn again. He backs off, and you come up behind it as it faces Bjorn and plunge your sword through its back, severing its spine and freezing the remains.
Good
They are
shit.
all dispatched.
Phew. Well, let's go check out that treasure and never talk about that.
Yeah.
How did you get down here, by the way?
Oh, I slid down the ladder. It was pretty cool.
Did it look really cool?
Yeah, I
You look a
did.
bit
Why is your
bruised.
head bleeding?
I was grappling with wolves.
The ladder has
fair
down.
enough.
I was like,
enough,
blink
yeah.
dogs.
The ladder is downgraded from white hot to glowing orange.
Yeah, you can always hack at it with your sword.
Let's go check
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah, there was some treasure.
Yeah, treasure. And
Ooh,
I want you to heal me with your staff.
Okay.
Hey, would it be great if in this treasure pile there was just like loads of magical healing elixir as well? Anyway, let's go and have a look.
Let's start with, by the way, the 3 blink dogs are worth a total of 1,800 experience points. Divided 4 ways and rounded up to make it the nearest would be like 500 each, like just round up to
450?
2,000,
Okay.
right? Yeah, like, I'm going to round up, so 500 points each.
Nice.
And before you do the healing, I'll tell you what you find. So you re-enter this large room with the obsidian cube, which is a more smooth size except for the base, which expands like the roots of a tree. The room is lit by the blue-tinted light, and beyond it you see the stash the blink dogs have. All these items they've dragged back in there of people over the time. And here is what you find. So is anyone ready to write this down just initially and
Yes.
then split it afterwards? So you see in total, when you eventually count it up, 856 gold pieces in coinage. You also see 2 pieces of rose quartz, like uncut crystal. Would anyone like to appraise them, Bjorn?
Well, of course I would.
Now, harking back to our previous session, I will not allow any hint of role-playing as if you know things you don't. So if Bjorn knows the value and says something different, everyone has to just go along with it innocently.
You jerks.
So what's your appraise skill?
Oh, high. 5.
Okay, you need to beat DC 12 to get an accurate read.
It's a 7 plus a 5.
It's
Yeah.
12, yeah. So you're pretty certain, Bjorn, they're worth 200 gold pieces each.
Hey guys, these are each worth 200 gold pieces.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Write it down.
You also find 3 magical potions, which are conveniently labelled in Elven, in modern Elven, Kikathran Elven, and Onas can identify them very easily.
Yep.
You know what they are and what they do, in fact.
Great.
And again, it's up to you what you share. One of them is a...
I
Sorry?
mean, I read Elven too,
Yeah.
you know?
and it's also like magic nomenclature.
Okay.
Yeah,
You,
magical
you could
elven.
roll to try and figure it out if you
No,
didn't
it
trust
doesn't
him.
really matter.
Onas, one is a potion of Cat's Grace that, when imbibed, gives you, for 10 rounds, plus 4 dexterity and all the bonuses that come with it.
Apparently, I don't need it. Oh.
The next one is a potion of Delay Poison, which does exactly what it says on the label. And the last one is a potion of Dark Vision, and that's not the low light vision, that's like Dwarven Dark Vision you can see with 0 light
Oh, wow.
from the sun.
Potions here. One's Cat's Grace. It makes you very nimble. One's Delay Poison. It delays poison. And one is Dark Vision, which makes you be able to see in the dark.
Yo, give me that Cat's Grace.
You want this Cat's Grace?
Yeah, man.
Okay, you take it.
Thanks.
I'll keep hold of these other 2 then, shall I?
Okay, so that is all the treasure you find here, and there are no other exits or entrances from this room save the one you came in. And by the way, to like step around this cube, whose base is sort of like resembles tree roots snaking out, you have to kind of be careful not to touch it, just to paint you a clearer picture.
Mm-hmm.
But there doesn't appear to be any other things in this room or ways in or out.
Okay, what are we doing with this gold? We're just going to divvy it up.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather than that, why isn't someone just... let's do that.
Yeah, why don't you carry it? Carry it, Hjani.
This is gripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just carry it. Whatever.
You just carry it
Can you
all
heal
like
me
that.
with your staff?
I can heal you with my staff.
Thank you.
I did maybe get discombobulated, and I've forgotten how many healing spells my staff has. I remembered I remembered what spells it has, but I can't remember.
Let me
the
remind
exact
you of
number.
the house rules we have on
I
things
know.
like items. Is anything you don't write down is gone, essentially
know.
lost or forgotten. You mean the cure serious wounds, right?
I do, yes. I know I have one revive spell in the staff.
Yeah.
I know I have cure disease, and I know I have cure wounds. I just don't know how many I
Now,
have.
without listening back to the previous
maybe
episodes,
someone's recording
I'm not
this.
exactly sure,
Oh,
but
we
yeah.
can just I can just try it and see if it works.
I think we rolled a dice and we got something like 4 and we added it to the 2, which was 6, but you used 1, right?
Yeah, I'm going to assume I'm like in my head. I think I've got
So
5.
no matter if this is, wrong from last episode, I'm just going to make a ruling. You have 5.
5 cure serious.
If that's to your benefit, lucky you. If it's
Yay.
to not to your benefit, we have to accept it because that's what's happened. So you have 5 left.
Okay.
So would you like to use one to cure Bjorn?
How sick are you, Bjorn?
Well, actually, in that case, for the listeners, let's have everyone quickly declare how many hit points you have left out of how many. Onus.
10 out of 25.
Seyda.
I have 39 out of 47.
Bjorn.
I have 8 out of 23.
Wow.
Oh my
Hjani.
goodness, I've got 19 out of 26, so I think I'm okay for the most part.
And to put that in context for some listeners, Onas, you have 10 left, right?
Yeah.
And an average sword hit would do 1d8, that is 1 to 8. So that's like 2 sturdy blows and you'd be out of here. So that's and Bjorn, you had 8 left, did you say?
Yeah, 8
So you could
8 of 23.
essentially be slain by 1 blow of a longsword if you were unlucky.
Okay, I'm going to use 2 of these
Yeah,
on
heal our
both
man.
of these guys.
Yeah, and
So-
cure serious wounds is
Heal our boys.
2d8 plus 2.
Bring them back. Bring them home.
Give me that other D8.
And again, if I've messed that up, that's the ruling. It's 2d8
Oh,
plus
well.
2. I'm pretty sure it is.
That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, Seyda, you grab the white ash staff with the silver runes. You hold it, point it at Bjorn, and that amount of his wounds magically heal. The bite marks disappear, and you feel as if they were never there. What's your total now?
Now I'm at 20 out of 23.
And I heal Onas as well.
Oh, thank you.
Roll the dice.
Okay. Well, it was D8, yes?
2d8 plus 2.
2d8 plus 2.
I'm sure there's some 3.5 enthusiasts cursing my inability to know that 100%.
I rolled an 8 and a 4, so that's 12 plus 2. That's 14. That's not too
Absolutely.
shabby.
Yeah, the Staff of Healing restores 14 hit points.
I'm now on 24 out of 25.
Awesome.
I need to talk about experience points,
Yes.
but I've got all these numbers written down here that I believe if I add these up, it'll bring me up to speed with everybody else.
Well, I'm on 8656.
I know, I'm on 6,056,
Yeah.
plus the 500 that we just got, but I've got all these numbers written down
Let me tell you the house rules and the regular practice for doing this too. You should never, ever, ever, for that reason, just keep writing a running total and don't add it up. Every time you should just take the hit, add it up, rub out the other things and clearly
Well,
label
edit
it.
this out so I don't look stupid in front of the nerds.
I will.
Keep your nerd cred.
What are you unsure of looking at that?
I don't know, like I've just got I've got a running total beside my absolute total of 6,056.
Does anyone have an accurate 100%
I
sure
do.
total?
100%
What's yours?
Sure, yeah.
I
Mine's
haven't
8656.
Had any extra XP,
Okay,
and
so
I'm
this is-
at 8,606.
Yeah.
So,
I have 50
so,
extra.
so Bjorn, your total should be somewhere near that.
Right.
And that would make sense.
Yeah.
Did we do, just we're talking about this now, did we do like a tot-up of experience points at the end of the last session? Did we do that?
I think that might be where I'm
I
getting
don't
these
think-
numbers from.
Yeah, no, you just went to sleep. But
Did-
I can fix
okay,
that in the
I
future.
generally
I will
can-
listen back, and if I didn't award you for that blink dog at
Yeah.
the end, then I will. Because that's the only one I might have missed.
Yeah, I can't remember like how frequently.
Wait, your
we've done it
current
last
the
session.
number you just said is including the 500 points we just got, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, cool.
8656.
And the total for next level is
10k.
10, right? So you're closing in. To become level 5, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
Kick-ass.
Hey guys, now that we're on this level, does anybody want to touch the black obelisk thing?
I'm good. All right, let's head towards the manhole again, and maybe we can head west this time down that corridor.
You're
do it.
always
Yeah.
going about manholes, aren't you? Okay, let's
Pick up
go.
my greatsword
Okay.
just in case any sticklers are listening and notice that I didn't pick it up before.
And just in case you need it for later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty useful greatsword.
You wait a couple of minutes at the foot of the ladder for it to cool down, and then you ascend.
Why
Go-
is this ladder so
I
hot?
constantly point at it and tell the other guys, hot.
I lick my finger and press it against the metal, and it goes. Tss.
I lick my finger and push it against my little butt and go,
Was there not more corridor to the...
No.
And having passed the time in the fashion you have just described, it cools down enough for you to.
Can I just say my finger didn't
Nope.
taste so good when I?
You can think it, out loud. Yeah. No worse than Bjorn's finger tasted after he sizzled.
Sizzled his butthole.
That's right.
whoa, no.
That's exactly what we did. No turning back time. We all saw you.
We saw it, and it's on tape.
Making us
You
young.
ascend and return to the junction with the sign, which is the same. Looking left along the corridor towards the west, you see the wooden door on the north wall that you have previously been through, and then the corridor continues beyond it into darkness.
Let's go into darkness.
Complete pitch darkness.
Your torch has about 5 to 10
No.
minutes of game time
My
left on it.
torch was thrown
Yeah.
down the pit.
It's still burning.
Oh, it's still burning.
Did you pick it up?
I didn't pick it up. It's still
Okay,
down the
it's
pit.
still
I light and
burning
use
down the pit.
Because while you were all screwing around sizzling with the ladder, Onas looked down and thought, why is my foot hot? Oh, I'm standing on a burning torch. And then he handed it to you.
Oh,
What,
thank you.
my foot? I handed her my foot?
You know what I mean.
Shut up.
Yeah.
My burning foot?
Yeah.
That was some time turning back. Anyway,
All right, Star Trek, into darkness.
Yes, it was, Onas. You are now looking down the. You are now looking down the dark corridor, which stretches off beyond the reach of your flickering, almost dead torch,
I used my almost dead torch to light a new torch, which is new.
revealing 30 to 40 feet of further nondescript tunnel heading off into darkness.
But now we have a nice new torch. Let's go.
We go down the tunnel.
You
In-
spend. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, just regular marching orders. Figured it.
You spend a full turn, which is 10 minutes of, to your characters, marching down, and by the end of that, it's still going on.
I think I'm going to make my step count.
How do you keep? Are you just keeping a tally?
Yeah, I was just counting in my head.
I have a notebook.
3,566.
Hjani was a child prodigy,
At
child genius
step
at
counting.
doing math in your head, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
Anyways.
continue?
Yes, let's continue.
Yep.
You continue down the corridor, lighting the way by torchlight for another full turn of action, another 10 minutes. You have walked down it for 20 minutes. It still looks like the same ever-stretching away, nondescript corridor of hewn granite walls and ceiling going off into darkness. You stop and realise you've walked down it a full 20 minutes.
Oh, this is a very long tunnel.
Yeah, I must go somewhere really far away.
I get the feeling that if we walk backwards, it's going to be less than 20 minutes. I'm just saying, because I'm all confused by all this timey stuff and the never-ending corridors or showing up in the same room again. Should we turn back?
No, let's keep going. The only way it could get any slower is if we moonwalked.
All right, let's carry on then.
10
Don't
minutes.
tempt me.
You carry on for another full turn, 10 minutes, making your torch almost half burnt out. And after 30 minutes total of walking down, you again notice that it still continues on at the same rate, nondescript tunnel going off to the edge of your flickering torchlight into darkness.
This corridor is pretty boring.
True. All right. Let's turn around then.
Let's go back.
Oh.
You
Really?
turn around,
Okay.
and did someone say, let's go back, or did someone say, we go back?
We go back.
You walk back the direction you came. After what seems to be about 50 seconds or so, on your left-hand side in the north wall, you see a wooden door, and beyond that a branch with a plaque.
What does the plaque say?
The plaque says, darn it, the DM has to look at it. While the DM is finding that on the notes, what is Bjorn thinking or saying, considering that he was right?
I'm thinking, I fucking told you guys. I tell them, I fucking told you guys.
But I made my 10,000 steps.
It
All right.
wasn't wasted. The sign says, care beyond this point, avoid long-term exposure to the source. But this time you do not hear the braying and barking of blink dogs.
Oh, good. So at least it's not like a Groundhog Day situation.
Blink Hog Day.
Blink Hog Day. Okay. Hey, guys, I suggest that we go back up those stairs to the green room, and then we can go into the Blue Star place. Because I don't think we did that.
That is, in fact, the only place you've encountered you didn't look on this level was the corridor with the blue star.
Where was that? That was going off of the...
It was the puke room. The room I puked in.
We go back to the puke room.
Puke room with the spiral stairs.
Yeah, we go up this. I don't think there's spiral stairs. It's just stairs. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we go into the room where Seyda was all, hey, we've been in that room before.
Yeah, I'm confused as well. Let's do that.
You walk the rest of the corridor eastwards until you come out into the large square hall with the cube of carved obsidian in the middle, the blue light and the vibrating. You go north, up the staircase, back into the first hall of the level that you came down to. And on the east side is the corridor with the green star that you have not been down. Looking down it, you see it's quite long, but on the right-hand side, or the south wall, you can see first one, and a bit further down, another arched entryway.
Wait, this is the green corridor or green star corridor we're looking down.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I walk forward into the green star corridor.
Okay, so you're leading the order this time.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk into the corridor and you reach the first arch on the south wall. There is a sign on the wall in front of it. The sign is in that weird script of Ikivana Elven that Onas has been working on.
Mm-hmm.
You look at it, you're not sure, but it seems to literally translate into the word stealth or hide.
Well, this reads as stealth or hide. Again, I'm not really sure if it's hide as in the verb or hide as in the noun.
What area is it referring to?
There's no, it's just a stealth or hide.
And there's an arched doorway you could peer into too.
Okay, yes. Guys, I'm going to sneak into that room, okay? If you guys don't mind.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right,
be a good thing to do.
I sneak through the archway.
Well, at first, looking around the corner before you sneak in, looking into this small rectangular room, the walls are plain granite and there is no furniture. At the back of the room, opposite the arch, is a metal plinth. Sitting on top, you can just about make out a small pile of broken glass. Would you still like to walk in using your move silently?
Yeah.
What's the roll?
Well, I have a +8 to move silently.
So in this case, you'd be able to take a 10. You would be able to do this automatically.
Okay.
You walk silently through the arch, sort of hug the wall around it, and get into the room and look around. It's just a 20 by 30 foot stone rectangle. It's a little bit dark around the corners because your only light is the new torch shining in, which shines a beam right to this sort of like waist-high metal plinth with a pile of broken glass on it. There does not appear to be anything or anyone else in this room other than that.
Mm-hmm. I move silently towards the plinth.
When you get over there, you notice this it used to be a bell jar made of glass, and somebody has smashed it into pieces, but you can see some shape in the pieces now. Whatever might have been inside it has been since removed.
I go back to the rest of the group, silently, I might add.
Bjorn sort of just like appears quite surprisingly out of the arch.
What?
Hey guys.
Wow.
Just a broken bell jar on the plinth. Whatever was in there is gone.
No way in, other way in or out of that room?
Well, there's the archway on the other side of on the other side.
Yeah, it's about 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
On the same side as the next room.
Yeah, you guys can see it as plain as day.
All right.
Can we?
Y'all want to move silently with me across the way and see what's through there, or
Why are we suddenly sneaking? Just because of that sign? It could have been anything.
that's what I'm assuming it means. I don't know.
We're
I
gonna
see.
screw up eventually anyway, so let's just walk normally.
You can walk normally. I'm going to try and sneak.
Well, if I walk normally, then no one's gonna be sneaking, are they?
Bjorn, what's your action?
I go to the other side and check out the archway.
Hjani,
I look annoyed.
Seyda,
I sneakily follow Bjorn.
do you have a roll for that?
Dexterity.
Yeah, it's going to be my dexterity.
What is your dexterity?
My dexterity is +3.
You have to get a 15 or more to
Ooh.
move silently on the D20.
That's 11 +3 is 14.
You imagine you're sneaking, but Onas behind you is just sort of like watching you sneak and hearing you.
Am I saying sneak, 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 sneak? In fact,
Onas
I am
is-
saying
you can't see
sneak,
this.
sneak,
Onas is just sort of shaking his head, walking normally behind you.
Oh no,
Following
I'm
up
not
what
walking. I'm pretending to sneak in an obvious non-sneaky fashion. I kind of Nosferatu-esque kind of.
Are you doing a pantomime
parody
sneak?
Are
Are you doing a
making fun of my
pantomime villain
sneaking?
sneak?
I'm ripping the piss out of Seyda. That's what I'm
Okay,
doing.
you don't see this, Seyda. Hjani looks on this and continues
To look annoyed, yeah.
Bjorn, you see that there is a sign next to the next arch too, but it has been defaced and scratched so that no words are legible. Looking around the door, you see an identical room, except in this case, on the plinth at the back of the room is a intact bell jar with some form of colourless gem on a little wireframe sitting under it.
I tiptoe up, blink, 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 and remove the bell jar.
First of all, as you approach the plinth, you see it has a little mini plaque on the edge of the plinth, the second sign, which says clearly in regular Elven, "Don't open." That's what the sign says. No one's saying that to you, but that's what it says. It says, "Don't open."
I open and grasp the colorless gem.
You lift the bell jar. There is a hiss of air, and the gem turns to dust before your eyes, leaving only
damn it.
the wireframe. Hjani continues.
To look annoyed.
Yeah. Seyda, you arrive just in time to see him go. Like, don't touch. Shh. Oops.
Did I sneak very well?
You messed it all up,
Oh.
Seyda. If only it said sneak on the door.
And from this point, you can see that beyond here, the corridor just ends at a dead end. It's the end of the corridor.
All right, I lifted the bell jar and this thing turned to dust. It was a
Snort
colorless
it.
thing.
It's like a metaphor for what we're doing right now, I think, isn't it?
Can you sense magic on the dust?
I'm going to have a look now. I detect magic.
You cast Detect Magic. This is an interesting reading. You sense the faint presence of magic. It appears that there was once magic here, but it had somehow been drained or captured.
Magic once was here, but now it has been drained or captured.
I did bad.
Yeah. Well, let's
Hey,
get out
let's
of here.
continue down the hallway, guys.
I think it's a
We
dead
can
end.
only go back now.
Oh, there's no more hallway?
No more.
That's
hall.
right. You have, in fact, looking at your notes, I can confirm you have covered this floor now.
Welp.
The only way is up,
Yeah.
baby.
All right, let's do it.
So I want to remind you that back in the Hall of the Spiders, the north stairs leading up also had a kind of a sign there.
Oh, yeah, because we went down, right?
there was a sign leading to the works or the machine works.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the one you didn't go up had a literally, sort of clumsily literally translated sign, which Onas translated as Tall Garden Foyer, or Foyer, or Lobby.
Ooh, maybe there'll be like a fountain there. You can take a little wash.
Why would we want to do that?
Yeah, while the DM moves to his next pile of notes, let's hear you guys speculating about what might be up there, or also reflecting on Onas's look and smell.
I think now it's actually starting to come together.
You think
It's
it's
like a
starting
fine
going?
perfume, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also like I heard with
turn the
dreads.
corner.
When you have dreads, natural or man-made, these have just occurred naturally. You're not meant to wash them, so, you know.
Oh, you want to keep them?
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep the look. Follow the vibe.
Yeah.
But sorry, guys. The where we first encountered, who? I'm trying to think back to somebody seeing a blink dog.
Yeah, I
As we
saw
were
the,
being
blink, the
stalked.
first blink dog.
But I thought there was a way on that foyer that we did not go.
What foyer?
I thought that where we first encountered blink dog.
Oh, what? There was a corridor.
No, you have now been in all those directions.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done.
And then some. Let me tell you.
No, you've done the completionist thing
Okay.
that we alluded to in past episodes, and you have seen every room.
Well, sorry for being a completionist.
No, you did it successfully.
Oh, okay. That's how you gotta say it.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like a little horn go off in my head. Like
Yeah, that's right.
map completed. Get
Okay,
a
so
little trophy.
are you going to ascend the stairs to
Let's go to the foyer.
the thing described as either a tall garden lobby or foyer?
For sure, yeah.
Tall garden foyer.
Okay.
I'm still going to say sneak, sneak, sneak while I walk because I'm enjoying it.
All right.
You climb the stairs. At the top of the stairs, it brings you to a north-leading entrance hall, a kind of foyer or lobby. The floor is tiled in veined marble. The walls are smooth stone. Up ahead, it opens up into a large open space filled with a hazy blue glow. There is a sign on a pedestal in front of you. It reads, "The Blue Atrium, built with the kind patronage of Royal Prince Harver Frost."
I'm sorry, did you say veined marble?
Yes.
All right, I'm just checking. I just want to know what level we're working on here.
Who is Harver Frost, guys?
You have never heard that name before.
It's a cool name, though.
Beats the hell out of me.
Although Frost is a common elven surname and also one of the Kikatharan royal family names.
Thanks, Hava.
You walk to the threshold of the lobby, and here is what you see. In front of you is a construction to rival anything in the known world. Even though you have seen the magnificent Grand Arch at Linake Reka that spans the mile-wide Great Kalni River, the atrium is still breathtaking. The circular... leaving a pause for breath being taken.
There's a gasp.
Yes, sorry, go on.
Yeah. The circular floor is at least 200 feet across and paved with pale, shiny marble. Looking up, there is no ceiling. The walls rise in a tube and continue as far as the eye can see, perhaps even the entire height of the monolith. There is a central pillar of black stone rising all the way with it, seemingly unsupported from the sides, with an arched entrance at its base. The reason you can see all this clearly is the true marvel. Covering most of the walls and snaking around the central columns are myriad dark green vines. The vines sprout flowers and branches every foot. Each branch has rows of flowers and seed pods, all of which glow bright blue. It is sufficient to light the whole hall and the space above. The air around you contains floating spores that glow like blue dust catching a sunbeam. There are no windows or exits to the outside world, though. Casting about, you see a wide arched exit at each compass point. You are at the south exit.